Hi guys, it's LT Survival. Well, today while I'm on vacation on a beautiful lake up north in Abitibi, we'll do the intro to the survival series videos. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Well, in this video, mind me, I have some notes, so I might look down and make sure I cover everything. So in this series, the survival series, we'll cover many aspects of survival. Mainly we'll cover the acronyms, because with that you give yourself a chance, a fighting chance to better your chance at survival. Survival is not a fun thing, and it's not going to be easy, but if you plan a bit ahead, then you can ease your pain. So in the cadets, we're using as acronym mainly the STOP, and we'll use other acronym also that we will see, but for the cadets 12 to 19 years old, it's an easy acronym to remember, STOP. It's also a word of action, which is stop. And we use that as a starter to do a very simplified acronym. But the real key to survival, and I don't want to expand too long on that, is to be prepared. So whatever you're leaving home with, small backpack like this backpack, things that you have in it will ease your pain of survival. In the cadets, we're basically planning for 72 hours. So the aspect I'm looking at is the 72 hours survival. Beyond that, you might have to do long-term survival. Beyond that, you're starting to have all kinds of difficulty also. So we'll see those later on in the series. As I said, the key to survival is preparation. Okay, if you prepare yourself, you might not even have to survive, since you'll be ready and you'll have everything you need to alleviate the pains of survival. Chris Tanner did a video on 8 basic preparation that you should do, and I liked it very much, and I think it's very sound that we touched that a bit. I'm not going to explain them much, but basically for survival or preparedness, Chris Tanner is let me rephrase that. Chris Tanner from Prepare Mind 101. So there is 8 aspects that might help you in your survival, okay, in your preparation. Your physical fitness. If you're out of breath every 5 paces, you might have some difficulty when stress comes from the survival. So your health, your physical fitness is a very important, very good key. As one of my sea survival instructors said, being slightly overweight or well wrapped with that 5 to 20 pounds in your on your belly is maybe not that bad, because that's going to give you some energy to survive. So it's not bad, but it's not good either. Having a positive attitude is the most important. If you decide that you won't be surviving, well, you won't. And we've seen that in many incidents in scuba diving. I have one incident in mind where if you decide that you won't survive, you'll be dead in about 10 seconds, and that happened in some of incidents in scuba diving. So people had plenty of air, but they were dead by the time they got rescued, because they didn't think they would survive. So it's a good thing to have the attitude towards survival. the will to live, also it's a positive attitude. If you have problem solving skill, also if you see solution, or if you see ways of doing things that are different from the others, that also will be helping you. Adaptability, if you can adapt to any situation, any environment, then you're well equipped to do so, and to be able to do the survival. The basic skill set also, muscle memory, if you're plenty confident with the friction fire, for example, then you can use a friction fire. Most likely you'll have a bow drill set or something like that with you, which will give you a hand on survival. If you are using your ferro rod regularly to start a fire, then that also will give you the skill set. So you have to practice. That's why in one of my videos I refer to backyard practice. Backyard practice can give you the safe environment in which you will develop those skills. You will get the basically the basic skill set you need to start a fire. Every time you have a chance, start a fire with either matches in the wind. If you have difficulty with one method, switch to the other, and then go to the either the easiest method after to start your fire. So that'll give you all you need to be able to accomplish the skills when you're in survival. The tools that can be used, tools like knife. Not leaving home without a knife. This time I have a Canadian belt knife on me, which I started using. Love the shape. The handle is small a bit. Again, I have large to extra large hand, which is not the easiest hand to use for the handles. I mean, for this type of handle. Mine is a little big for that type of handle. That can be arranged, but full review to come on that one. The next one is a little controversial, having a spiritual center. Basically being confident in yourself, or not necessarily religious, but having a base to which to fall back. Some people are religious, they will pray for their survival. That's good. Some people are not, and they will appeal to a higher entity. Other will simply believe in themselves and mankind, and that will keep them confident. That is to support, basically, and that's one of the use of religion, is to support your will to survive, because that will to survive has to be supported in some point. If you lose faith, either in your survival or in your capacity, then you will not survive. So that's an important aspect, even though for myself I'm not very religious, so the religious aspect is not the orientation, but the spiritual one might be a bit more important. So we use those to support ourselves, to support our group. So it's a good thing to have. It's not a bad skill. Being a prepper, or a forward thinker if you prefer, having the situational awareness all the time you're walking down the excursion you're doing. You might end up in a bay like we are here on an island, and have to survive. So preparedness will also, or forward thinker, will also have made you leave some instruction behind. So this is something that should be in your preparation, telling people how long you will be gone, where you will be heading, where you should be by that time. So that will help search and rescue to get to you. In the philosophy that we use with the cadets, that is done so people know where you are, where we are, and people should be able to rescue us within the 72 hours. That's why pilots are trained for 72 hours survival in the military. They usually don't last that long, and they make sure they are extracted that long. But for civilian use, since you're not necessarily using a very established path, it might be more difficult. That's why sometimes search will last a couple more days than the 3 days we're planning on. So basically, this is what the survival series will be. It will cover also improvised shelter, 7's enemy of survival, the kits, small to large, what you can bring, what you should have on you, and what level, depending of your confidence and depending of the danger where you are. You may leave with less or more equipment. The survival bracelet and its use, because it's not obvious how you use the survival bracelet, and that I'll cover, because there's all kinds of gimmicky things with the survival bracelet. If you're not succeeding, I hope the wind is not too bad. I didn't have very much wind earlier. So, and the knives that you may use. So I have my Canadian belt knife, and in my bag, which is not open, I have another knife, so a larger knife. So basically, this is what we are going to cover. Capsule, I'm going to make them in the format of capsule in about, hopefully, 5 minutes, to make sure that these videos can be used by the cadets. So this is about it. This is what we'll cover, and we'll add on to this plan. This is an overview of what we have to do. There is other, there is other survival acronym which we will touch on. STOP is the simplest of them all, but there's survival, there's plan HAM, and all of them can be binged together, which I do, to help you plan your survival, help you through the survival. Survival, the word survival is the most complete, but it is the most difficult to remember. So cue card can be a good thing to have in your wallet or in your survival kit. That's it for this video. So if you like this video, please give it the thumbs up, share and subscribe, and if you have any ideas you would like me to cover in those, please put them down in the comments. Well, thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video.